Are we in?
We are, man.
All right, so boom, yeah. Before we start this thing, have you properly? Have you seen that thing about consent videos?
No, this sounds. Why always me?
No, basically, yeah. This woman, she wrote an article with the Evening Standards, yeah, basically saying that more and more men are asking women for consent videos. And she basically, I didn't read the whole thing, yeah, but I just read the tiny. I read everything that I felt like I needed to know. Yeah. Boom. She's saying that she's gone out with she's at her brethren's or whatever it is, yeah, and then she's drinking, you know what I mean? She's had a little liquor. Then she's obviously texted one brother that she's sleeping with, yeah?
Yeah.
So he said, yeah, cool, come round. Let's, you know what I mean? Pattern up, basically, right? So obviously, she's gone there. She basically says she's straddling the Don. Yeah, she's straddling him. Yeah. Right, with half her clothes off or whatnot, yeah? And then just play fighting and mucking around or whatever. I can imagine what that vibe is. You know what I mean? It's like you're just catching a little joke and then, you know what I mean? Play fight, then the top comes off and then, and then now she's in her bra and I could probably imagine that she's probably got the lower part bit on still, or that even all might be off. Do you get me? Anyway, now, he's stopped the thing and just said to her quickly, can I just record you saying that, like, that you consent? Then she was like, what? Then he said, could you just quickly just say in this voice note quickly that
I give consent,
that you're willing to have sex with me. And then I was thinking to myself, because I saw people posting it up, I saw ZZ post it up, I saw a bunch of people post it up on Instagram, so I was just watching the reaction of what people were saying, and I was thinking, you see, in this day and age, right now, where we have like the new aged outrageous, and also we got like just that whole thing of things coming out from back in the day. Yeah. Can that work?
Well, I suppose, just to clarify the story, can I get like an age or like who are these people? Are they?
While we're talking, I beg you, Callum, go just put in Evening Standard, put consent video. It will come up. The article will come up. The picture of the woman seemed like a middle-aged white woman.
Wow.
And a middle-aged white man, but I don't know. There's a picture of a man and a woman, but I don't think it's them two. I think they're just using generic pictures. But the woman who wrote the article looks like a middle-aged white woman. So I'm going to assume that the dude was around the same sort of age.
Yeah.
Maybe it could have been a toy boy thing.
That's actually, that's I mean, we need more consent videos, I'm guessing. The thing is, just because there's been a big outroar recently in
outroar?
Well, not outroar, but it's been let's put it this way, a surge in sexual indecency being exposed. So in which case, I feel like if you want to protect yourself, ask for the consent video.
Do you know what the thing is though? I don't even know if that works.
Well, it could spoil the mood. I mean, the mood could go...
Could you imagine?
It could go really...
Could you imagine? Yeah.
You know what?
Because while you're getting in the vibe now, and then all of a sudden you just like it's been interrupted by. Sometimes the mood. I don't know if you've ever noticed this in your life,
Yeah.
But you know, like in the past or whatever, the mood's been even interrupted a tiny bit when you need to go piss.
Yeah, no.
Because when you come back, it's like you've dropped down a quick couple gears.
Anything, even like adverts, can ruin everything. Like it's just it's very difficult. So the last thing you want to be doing is that. But
I mean,
put this like Drake said. Don't ask permission, ask forgiveness.
Yeah.
That's it. You got two options. You either ask for permission or forgiveness.
The only reason why I feel like it might not work, because it depends on how you maneuver it. If you do it at the beginning before the Mac, because this is the thing, do you do it before the Mac or after the Mac?
I do it after.
Because if you do it before the Mac, that's not going to stand really, because. Remember, you could be having sexual intercourse with a girl. Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? You might want to.
Understandable. But does it count if you did it after? Because if you get the consent video after you've already done the deed, does that even? What does that mean?
But then you could say
did you have consent before? Do you know what I'm saying?
What, after the Mac?
Yeah, if you ask afterwards, there's like for consent.
Yeah.
Does that even make sense?
Oh, Yeah, it kind of does because
Could be
it's not that you're not asking for.
like, was that okay? Like, was I allowed to do that?
Was that?
No, but it's already
Was
happened.
that all right?
Is that consent?
Yeah, is that consent?
I don't know if that's consent. You're more just saying.
Either way.
You're just more saying, like, I don't know. Is that what's the
Listen,
correct term for
After
that?
You could be saying, "Did I force you to do that?"
Ooh, these,
Yeah.
these are different conversations.
That's not. Yeah,
now.
but that's not asking for consent. Like asking for consent is, are you willing to do this?
That happens before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that happens.
So there's a different term for the after bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a different term. So maybe you need to do do you know what? In my personal opinion, I say record the whole thing. I say record from the listen. I say record and both. I say both parties record the whole thing. And I know that apparently
the whole link.
the
You're
whole,
at dinner.
the
You're at
whole,
dinner with the-
listen,
like
the whole
before.
thing. I say record, from the moment that you have, from the moment that you engage with each other. Because the thing is, I know that in court that doesn't actually stand, does it? Because especially if you're recording someone without them knowing. Yeah, if you record somebody without them knowing, I'm sure that you can't even use that in court. But
sure.
I'd be banking on the fact that surely, like in something as serious as this, if I've got footage that you could just see,
But
that
we
the
can't just all roll with GoPros. Or that's too much data.
Chess cam.
It's just too much. Honestly, we've made it to 2018. This world's been here a long time, and this is the first time I've heard of consent videos. So we've been doing okay up to now.
Yeah.
I don't think this is needed like that. I don't think we need consent videos. Or I feel like a lot of times, like, you should know if you've got consent.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but
I
Yeah,
just
but
think you
it's
should.
not about that.
Did that
Remember,
man-
no,
did
but
that
it's
man
not about
get-
that.
Did that man get consent?
Listen, it's not about
The
that.
man in the Evening Standard.
I don't know. I
did
didn't
he
read
get
the rest.
consent?
I'm sure he probably did. But this is the thing. Remember, it's not about that. The man doing the consent video is not about him knowing. It's about just in case you try later on to try and say that this wasn't
look,
what it was.
There's been
But-
a lot of incident. Like, even my cousin's had an incident where, like, he's ended up with a girl, and then the next day, because they had an argument, she tried to say, actually, last night that wasn't even okay.
Oh!
But luckily,
You know when they start off with actually, you
Actually.
know it's mad.
boom. So obviously, Jake's have come for him, and this.
Jake's came?
Yeah, what do you mean? This is like a whole charge. But luckily, he got her because they were talking afterwards. That not directly afterwards,
Okay.
but after the case, she'll be like, "I'll tell them the truth if this da 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 da," and he's recorded that. So that was like, she was just trying to blackmail him because she just wasn't feeling. You see, like, sometimes girls, even though they'll just have a one night stand or whatever, they still want to feel wanted. I don't think she felt wanted.
Wanted, yeah,
afterwards, so she
that's
started
That's where
to-
bare
to,
complications
like, blow
happen.
a little bit hot and cold.
There's too many holes in that.
crazy.
There, bro, do you know what? To be honest with you, there's too many holes in it. Because one, you could easily, or a person could easily say, behind that camera was a gun. And I had to say that I did. What
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? That, and also, what if she's cheating on her man?
I mean, what's the
No, wait.
implications
Think
here,
about
yeah?
that for a minute. What if she's cheating on her man? If you've got a girl over, right, and she's got a man, right, and you know that that's what the situation is now,
Yeah.
and you're about to mac, you can't say to her, "Can you record yourself in this or whatever?" Because then you've got evidence of
Yeah.
what if that leaks and a man finds out, and obviously you shouldn't be cheating. But do you get what I'm saying?
It's just, I don't know. I don't even know where I stand on this because I understand why it may be needed.
Yeah.
But something being needed and something being used all the time are two kind of like different things. Do we really need consent videos? No.
Nah.
Are they useful every now and then? Probably. So it's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? Like,
I don't. It's not something I would indulge in because I don't know. I just move with a thing. That
I would
just
feel
don't-
weird if someone even asked me for consent. Do you see what I'm saying? Just suppose you were on the other side of the consent.
It's-
It wasn't
they don't
you
even sound
asking.
sexy.
It was a girl asking you, "Can you say this?" I'd think something booky's happening.
That's true. Yeah. Of course. If somebody, if
Asking me
during,
for
if
a
during
voice
like,
note?
huh?
A voice note? You want me to? No way.
So I ring my brethren.
Yeah.
Cause you know what? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Do you know what? You're right. If I was about to get into something with a girl, yeah, and then flipping, she stopped
By the way.
and then said, "Oh, by the way, can I film you? Can I film you saying this?" Nah.
mental.
But then, do you know what though? I wouldn't do nothing with her then. So then that means it just eradicates everything.
But you've just ruined everything.
But that's okay then.
But no, you've ruined something. It wouldn't have been that potentially, or most likely.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been anything untoward, but it's become iffy because you've asked for permission.
Good day.
All right, listen.
Hello.
I'm recording the podcast.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, so you're live. It's just me and Dan, yeah?
Yo!
Hello.
So basically, just like before we just actually proper got into the a proper conversation, yeah. I don't know if you know, yeah. There's like some woman was writing an article about consent videos, like more and more men asking for consent. Did you hear about that?
No.
All right. So let me just ask you this, yeah. Say you was chatting to a guy, right?
All right. Yeah.
And you know what I mean, you liked him, you know what I mean, you was attracted to him, sexually attracted to him. You made that decision in your mind, yeah, I'm gonna give him the pooch tonight, right?
Yeah.
And then you've gone to his house and then you're straddling him. So obviously now, you know that whole straddling thing that usually happens where, you know, you play fight and all of that stuff and then the top comes off. You know all that stuff, yeah?
Yeah.
And then,
During this part.
and then he turns around and he says, oh, hold on a minute. Is it all right if I record you saying that you're willing to have sex with me? Like, in consent.
Right.
What? Like, how do you feel that you would react in that moment?
I'd want to walk away. Like, what are you on about? This is weird.
So it ruins the Mac.
You man, don't ruin the Mac.
Yeah.
Trying to be smart.
That's just killed the vibe.
Yeah. See, the only problem with that is that if you leave in that situation, it gives cause for thought that maybe you somewhere down the line in your mind you was gonna set man up.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, you've got evidence of me going like, yeah, we fucked.
Yeah, see, it don't work, man.
The thing is, yeah, I suppose it's for them. I think that's why the law's set up so that they have to prove there was no consent rather than you have to prove there was consent.
Just write up a contract and get them to sign it.
You know, artists used to do that, by the way.
Yeah.
Artists used to do that a lot, and I witnessed that a few times.
Really?
Yeah. I would
I'd be
definitely.
more comfortable if a guy did that. I'd be like, "Do you know what, fine," but video evidence is just a bit. I don't know.
How does the contract work, though? Does the contract work where you sign it before and then sign it
consent
afterwards?
in the vagina.
Yeah, but the thing is,
so and so, blah blah blah, signed, dated, initials.
yeah, that's true. But hear what I'm saying, yeah. During sex, things can change, innit?
Yeah.
So that means that you'd have to sign that afterwards, right?
Nah,
Yeah,
this is true. Because what
before.
if they refuse to sign?
Exactly.
This is
I'm
mental.
not being funny, but if this actually happened, I just wouldn't want to do it.
Hold on, one sec. Sorry, say that again.
Who, me?
Yeah, go on, say that again. What did you say?
Yeah, I said the thing is, if that actually happened, I just wouldn't want to do it. It's just killed the whole vibe, and that's just a weird setup. Why are you two even going there?
This is it. You see what the Evening Standard have done? They've opened a can of worms. Stop asking for consent. Just figure this out yourself, please. No. I was not going to say that. That's it.
What did you say?
I don't know. Do you know what? I don't know, man. I just think, I think right now human beings are overcomplicating life. If you ask me.
Yeah, with everything. We're exposed to too much, though, so... I don't know, yeah, but no, contracts and video consents and things like that just wouldn't even bother going there with the person.
I could understand if it was the younger generation, because you know they're a little bit more cyber savvy and like very aware of what's happening. I would hate to be on the market like as one of the young people right now linking girls, because you just don't know what's gonna come at you. But
Yeah.
having said
I
that,
get it. I do get it, but it's just too much now.
yeah, it is.
You
Yeah.
might as well just not bother.
I hear that. I do hear that, yeah. But all it is that, see on social media, see like in this day and age where so much people are getting accused for all different types of stuff. So not even just like sexual assault, but maybe racism or abuse or whatever it is. Now, people are now starting to just overthink the situation a little bit too much. Do you get me? But with that being said, I will say this though. If you're an artist or you're like someone of some popularity and you're running up and down the country or the world and you're macking a lot, I would advise
100%.
I would advise that you have some type of contracts drawn up or whatever it may be, or you do film or you film the whole thing, because you just don't want to be put in that situation. Only for the mere fact of, if you are accused of something like this, you are guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah, 100%, especially for a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, especially for a guy. I do get it, but I just think it's ridiculous now.
For artists, yeah, do it. Any kind of like person that is in the public eye, be smart about it. But if you're just the average Joe, I don't think you should be walking around contracts.
I just think just be a bit humble. You're not. If you're just a normal person, no.
Well, if it ever happens to you, I beg you let me know.
I will do.
Alright, cool. I'll shout you later, yeah?
Alright then, bye.
Alright, bye.